I'm Daria Onyshchenko, and you're watching Time of Readiness. Our YouTube channel is keeping telling the stories of the incredible, exciting people from Ukraine and abroad who are supporting Ukraine in the Russian war and against Ukraine, and keeping resilience and trying to provide the readiness of the society in the times of the horrible challenges our country is going through. I'm glad to welcome our guest today, Oleg Khmelevsky. Oleg is a veteran of the Russo-Ukrainian War, has been on duty in the Ukrainian armed forces, been wounded, and now leading his own veteran business, but also directing the resilience and reintegration program by our Alliance for Human Resource Readiness. Welcome, Oleg. Tell us a few things about you. How long have you been to the armed forces of Ukraine? Were you a soldier before the war, or did you start fighting only after the Russian aggression in 2022?
So basically, I was in army 2 times. First time is because before big invasion, and I have 3 years Marine contract. I am from Odessa, and we have some Marine Corps in Odessa. So actually, I joined the army in 2018, I think, and I have 2 work trip to the east in the good old time when it was like looks like it was almost over, yeah. So I basically end my contract in December 2021, and I was really happy about it. I thought, oh, good, I will never use my uniform again. But 3 months after, I decided I need to use my uniform again because big invasion happens, and in 24th of February, me and my friend, we went straight to the Kyiv from Odessa. It was a funny trip, no, like funny, because together for 2 of us, we have 2 armors, 2 helmets, and he has his katana. So with these things, we was going straight to the Kyiv, and I saw something I hope I never saw again, because road to Kyiv was completely clear and empty, yeah, but from that side, road was full, over full by cars. It was 3, 4, sometimes rows they go, and it was like a big snake, which is moving in front of you from all this time. Because if you know, when you go from Kyiv to Odessa, usually it's like, no, you see some traffic, but this time it was like city center during some kind of event, and you every day see this a lot of people, a lot of cars, and this was, I hope I never see this again, like so many people are trying to escape some kind of danger.
How long have you been to the armed forces now during the invasion? When did you get injured?
My second army time was much shorter, because I enlisted in 25th of December, and 12th of November 2022 I stepped on the landmine, and my war was like was over in 2022, because I lost my foot. And that we have very interesting time of vacation, because we moved to the our point. We was heading there like almost 24 hours, because it was Serebryansky wood and forest, and we left our cars in zone when we can put them, and we bring everything with us on us, and it was a really long walk there, because a lot of trees, a lot of rivers, small rivers, and when I got injured, I actually understand that if we was moving to the point like for 24 hours, so the time we are going back, it's also like could be like this. So basically, it was true. 23 hours from the injury to the time I got to the hospital, and all this time I didn't use any strong painkillers, just to be able to save my leg. Yeah, because we have tourniquet really high, I have also the tourniquet in the area of injury, and I saw that basically, yes, I lost my foot, but my legs are working, so it's like no important blood vessels was destroyed, or no nervous system also was working. So I understand that I need to focus on my my situation to be able to save much more how I can. And because, you know, unfortunately, according to statistics, probably 8 of 10 amputees, they are much worse because of tourniquet syndrome. And basically, a lot of guys, they don't get proper treatment during this stage, and people in even 5, 4, 6 hours after injury, they got back without the limb, like because they just don't do anything, they don't manage their tourniquet. I understood this kind of problem, so I focused. I spent 24 hours with alarm, and every 40 minutes I just was waking up myself and just managing my tourniquet. And because of I was doing this for myself, I was able to do it for 2 more guys. So basically today, one of my most visual achievements, yeah. So it's like 3 legs lower the knee, and 3 guys, including me and 2 more guys are able to walk properly. And they because, you know, losing a foot, it's a problem, but losing a whole leg, it's a disaster, unfortunately. So one day, 24 hours, I was on duty, and today still I like see results of my the 24 hours duty.
I heard a number which I was shocked about, that now there are around 80,000 of people with amputations in Ukraine already who need prosthetics treatment. Is it correct?
I think even more, because even in 2023 that I got my first prosthetics, it's already they was told about already about 100K people in that time. So 3 years from that position, I don't know numbers, but I think it probably be a much bigger number.
And what approximate number of people do have prosthetic treatment already and can walk or can use their arms again?
It's hard to tell, because unfortunately there are good prosthetic centers and there are bad prosthetic centers. Yeah, today especially, so basically, for example, injuries like mine, when you just lost a foot and you have your own knee, it's by joke, we tell it's our way to move out from the army. It's откосить, you know, it's like Ukrainian word. So because yes, it's injury, but it's like cheap injury. I mean, cheap injury to recover, because you need a socket, you need food, and you need some kind this soft socket. I don't know. So basically, guys like me, we are totally covered by the government, because it's a cheap injury to recover. The problem starts when you don't have a knee. So because a good knee costs like dozens or probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, and government didn't properly recover that before. Right now, I know that some activists who also like injured, doesn't have they have amputee. They're trying to solve this problem, but it's hard because unfortunately we live in a country we live, and not everyone unfortunately want to take care about soldiers, yeah, and that's why it's hard. But even we can tell more, because if, for example, there are also like good prosthetic centers here, and not good, which use this government money just to take care about themselves. Because I was shocked then, for example, me, I have probably 3 foods. So one I bought it by myself because I was in United States and it was cheap. It was very good food, and I bought it. But anyway, without this, I have more food than I need, because government really takes care about you, yeah. But unfortunately, I heard probably a few months ago a story. Then a friend of mine, so it's a real person, he was opened the donation to take a new food for himself, because prosthetic center where when he is like a patient, he said, "Oh no, we don't have. It's impossible." So unfortunately, people don't know their rights, yeah, and they don't change the prosthetic center if they got the bad one. So maybe the important matter.
How many prosthetic centers are there in Ukraine now?
Oh, a lot. Because today we also have this government program. Then if you pass, no, let's go with exam, yeah, for example. So you have some requirements and you pass them, so you can open your own. You can use this government money just to just to help. So it's like a social business, yeah, which is have budget from the country. So that's why today there are like a good prosthetic centers, like and bad prosthetic centers, because it's free money for someone. Yeah, I mean they must be used properly, but it's easy for some not very good people to use this money just to show that they are buying something, but they don't buy something. So unfortunately, it's like a human factor. Let's call this. But today. For today, especially is with easy to treat injury like mine, for example, yeah, it's okay, and you can open a lot of centers wherever you want.
You just said before that not all veterans know their rights, and not all of them know where to go. I can imagine that people who come from distant regions or from villages, yes, they need more explanation, more help from different organizations to explain them what to do, and explain also to their families, yes, who they can address for help. Are there some programs helping people with this, or how is it going?
It's going so, unfortunately, yeah, because it's like a long problem chain because people from army often returns not in very good mental condition. I mean in mental, your how to say it properly, psychological condition is not very good, because conditions in army, they are so. Then you return to home, you also see this so treatment from the doctors, from the guys who do your papers, yeah, from society, and a lot of guys. They today, unfortunately, they are closed in their own houses because they don't want to communicate. Why? Because then they try to communicate, they see some kind of problems. That's why, for me, like from guy who was more, more lucky, because even if I have this kind of mental stability, that I understand that at war you can die, you can be injured, and I have family after my injury, I have friends, yeah, I have support. Even I have some kind of hard times, then you are in desperate, yeah. But a lot of guys don't have, unfortunately, doesn't have my luck, yeah, and they are alone. And today they even don't start to investigate more, because they tried a few times and they like it was hard for them, yeah. They didn't receive proper treatment, human one, and that's why today they are closed. So this is a real problem, because today we have a lot of guys who return from the war, and they are at their houses without communication, because they had this bad that story about how they try getting home and trying to rebuild their live in society. That's why this is also what I'm trying to do to repair it, yeah, because you really sometimes need really small efforts to return these guys from their armor from the shell to the society, yeah, because if they see that someone speaks properly to them, they really they can really fast recover to get to society, for example. And it's even with not only this like typical guys, but some very professional guys have the same problem. For example, I was in mountains like few weeks ago. It was my first time in my life take part in some veterans activity, and I was surprised to see really good professionals who don't know what to do next. For example, electricians, guys who build roofs, and guys who one guy he was. How to say it? He like rules the process of building house. I don't know how to call it in English. So basically, he has like
engineer.
no, it's not like engineer, no, but more manager. It's builder manager. So basically, so he has like 20-30 years of experience in this, and right now he don't know what to do. I said, let's go, let's do the same. He said, really? I said, yes, really. So it's really strange, not strange, it's painful that you need so small amount of activity, like small talk can help people. So that's why.
But what is most, in your opinion, like what is the reason why is it so difficult to get back to work, to professional life? Do the veterans fear that the society don't need them? Are they scared of their injuries, that they will be a problem in a new job, or probably they can do the old job that they were doing before because of the injuries? They need to find something else, to do requalification.
It all starts from your soul, because like I said before, unfortunately, the condition of our service army, they are not very humanitarian, I think, because how your commanders treat you, and after then you come back to the society, how your medical examinations, every step, then the guy goes home. It's hard because everyone want to. How to say it? Clean shoes on you, yes. So no, if you know what I mean, unfortunately. So guy from the army, he have some trauma, he have some injuries. He was treated bad at the army. He was treated bad at the medical center, and it's make that even if he can do the old job, but he doesn't trust the society, because then he asks for help. Then society asks for help without the country, because we a lot of guys was volunteers. But when we need to help, we see this отношение, how to say it in English?
Attitude.
From society, that you don't want to act to society like this anymore, and that's the problem. Because if you, for example, if you have a bottle of water but you don't believe that you have bottle of water, you will become thirsty without this. Then you have answer in your head. So that's why. Unfortunately, we see the main problem. The problem is very small and very easy to solve, but unfortunately, it is so a lot of these problems we see. So basically, yes, there are injuries. There are guys with heart injuries which will never recover, or they're hard to recover. But a lot of guys, like 80%, like it's the 80-20, this moment. So 80% people can be easily and fast move it, can get fast recovery, but they spend years because they don't trust the society anymore. Unfortunately, like this.
What role do psychologists play in this? Can you address a psychologist for free if you're a veteran?
Yes, we have some programs, a lot of programs, and you can easily Google it. And I also Google it, and I use it for myself, like. In the beginning, I was interested because I think that I think that I was okay. So, but I want to. Some doctors say that I'm also okay, because sometimes if you can have problem, but you didn't see it, and you just avoid the solution of the problem. And for example, a lot of guys, they also the real big problem that people think that their injury, it's them. I mean, I will explain what I mean. For example, we must understand that our bodies, it's not the same. Yeah, so let's call it soul and body, but condition of your body affects how you actually live. And a lot of guys, they start to think that injury is them. But it's not true that your body can be recovered, your mental health can be recovered, and you must understand that if something happens to you, it's not like it's not cross on you forever. Yeah, a lot of things can be healed, and a lot of things can be recovered. And the most important most important thing is to understand that your injury is not you, yeah, because your soul is still there, and it can be healed. For example, I make this example. For example, if you doesn't sleep for 24 hours, yeah, you start to forget how is your name. You cannot make 2+2, yeah, because after 24 hours without sleeping, your brain stops acts properly. So the main questions you must understand that in this case you didn't become stupid, yeah, you just need rest, and after recovery you will be better. So this must soldier understand that actually if something happens, it can be fixed, and that's it, or at least manage to become better. So this is also very important, because if you see that problem you is a problem, you will not start to recover it because you think it's forever with you.
You know, a few years ago, I've been on the train from Berlin to Munich, and there was a guy from Bundeswehr, from German army, and he was already a colonel, and I could see it from his uniform. And I said to him, "Thanks for your duty." And this guy told me that that's the first time in his life that he is hearing this from someone in Germany, thanking him. And then I explained that I'm from Ukraine and I appreciate now the support of Germany in this war and so on. And we talked with him about this culture of in the society of treating the veterans, of showing respect to the people who went through the war. Yes, how do you think there are some programs in Ukraine which develop recommendations for the people in society how to treat the veterans, how to address them when meeting them on the street and so on? How do you feel in this connection? Did you have already maybe some funny situations regarding this?
I remember, like in 2023, it was a time then people say thank you for your service. Yeah, like then the problem that actually our country do more to make name of veterans in a to show it in a bad side, not like to show it a respectful way, because if 2023 we was like kidding and we was our sons and we was for people, yeah. Today people so that to speak about veterans in negative way, because you to take our husbands to the army, it's so bad. So basically, and country didn't do nothing proper to show veterans respect. For example, I was really shocked when I saw probably months ago then our Minister of Veterans make photo at the memorial cemetery, yeah, and she was with the Prince Harry, how to say proper in English, and we saw that Prince who has soldier experience, he looks properly, yeah, and we see our Minister of Veterans in a very strange clothes, because for me it is the answer for your question. If the Minister of Veterans let herself to so this is, or she doesn't understand what the problem of the dying at the war, yeah, or she don't care, and I don't know what is more, or she don't know how to take a proper suit in a different situation.
What was she wearing? What was she wearing, just for our audience to understand?
It was, I can show you, I will show, but it was like, how to call it in English? You know that sometimes if you remember in the 90s that you go to the bazaar, yeah, and this was like some kind of thick thing, and black here, white here, and this was like very, very white here on the shoulders.
So it was overdressed. So it was overdressed for this event.
Yes. If you can get a pause for a sec, I can show you.
We'll edit it inside the picture.
I will share. So basically, you see that people really doesn't understand what is going on, because we don't take dead soldiers. The death, it's like it's a traumatic experience, yeah. Even if your close friend die from age, from disease, and from any civilians ways to die, it's hard, yeah. So that's why we have like probably thousands of years, I think, some kind of experience and rules how we act in the cemetery, yeah, how we need to look, how many flowers we need to bring there. And the problem with soldiers cemetery, it's even bigger, because the soldiers doesn't die from disease, yeah. It's sometimes young people, active people, who volunteers, who died in the battlefield, and their death was much more tragic. So this is one moment. And second moment, the uniform, the way you use your uniform is also very sometimes not very comfortable, because if it's a summer and you still need to use this pants and this upper clothes, and it's really hot. And if you're at the battlefield and you can take shower once per year, and you still anyway need to use this uniform. And I remember like in 2019, guys from the front line, they come back to the it was Volnovakha city, so it was like biggest, closest civilization place, civilian place, for guys. So just imagine, people, they go from the front line. How do they look? They look, I saw it like people who doesn't have houses. Yeah, so they are dirty. They have bears, not like this, but they have like this, and they go to the Volnovakha, they just want to buy some food, some water, and they got fines from the military police because they does not look proper. Really? And so people, if you're a minister and you doesn't understand these all difficulties, even in a good day, how to wear uniform, it's so disrespectful, and it's so she knows zero about veterans, about soldiers, yeah, how actually it's hard to wear a uniform, and how hard it's to die in uniform. So it's answering to your questions. People who are in charge about taking care about veterans, they or don't know, they know nothing about veterans, or they don't care.
You were talking before about Prince Harry. We know that the British people have experience in different veteran programs and experience in dealing with veterans after the war, amputees, and so on and so on. Other European countries are also treating now our soldiers in the hospital, doing very complicated operations. What other help can Europeans do? Because our audience are people from different European countries, and many of them ask us, how can we help others, some joint programs? Do you think that this cooperation between European countries can also be a chance for our veterans to get probably some new jobs abroad?
New jobs abroad, of course, because if to be honest, for me, war was the best school I got in my life. Yeah, because when we was child, we are all in this like not the government, but the country shape. You need to go to school. You have rules. You need to obey to your boss, and always know what is better. And then I got in army. I understood that actually I can be more effective than a lot of our chiefs and our bosses. Then even you just use your typical method of analysis, yeah, and you can achieve the right decisions, and you can decide the right ways, and then you can survive. Your friends can survive, and you see that you are right. So first of all, this terrible war can be our we can like a phoenix bird. So probably because if you like hundreds, and let's be honest, we was like hundreds of years under Russian occupation. Yeah, so they just showed us that we Ukrainians are small. And I remember when I was a student in school, I just was dreaming about Moscow, the real big brother country, the miracle place. And so we were so small. We live in Odessa, small city, and there are some kind of great things. So basically, this all fairy tales, the Russian propaganda, they just disappear. Yeah, and people from army, first of all, we became responsible for our lives because we understand that our point of view for life, it's all right, it's okay. So basically, a lot of army guys can make decision and can take responsibility, so they can do a lot of good manageable work. So we don't, if I say, for example, if I see a problem in the work, yeah, I will say, we need a problem, we need to solve it. So I will not, okay, somehow. So a lot of guys from military, of course, they can do more, became more responsible. That's why a lot of guys doesn't come back to their work, because they see their strength, they see their power, and they want more. In this case, Ukrainian people in our countries will be responsible workers, because, like I said before, we take responsibility for what we take care right now. Second part, so let's call it directly, it's a military experience. Yeah, so today our country, without any bragging, is one of the most experienced in modern war. So this also was unexpected, because we was thinking that on our countries are much powerful, but we see that the Ukrainian people will fight in a situation which which see in situation when we see no light in the end. Yeah, but we start fight not seeing this light, and we build this light. We like put the holes in these walls, and we see the light. So long story short, this time makes Ukrainians much more, hard times make strong people. So today we are full of strong people, and we can. I hope we will rebuild our country. But in our countries, if you see Ukrainians, you need to be more active to get him, because a lot of Ukrainians today can be leaders, and they can help in your business or any jobs you have for them.
Thank you so much. We're running now out of time, and I think that maybe this is the first part. I would like to talk with you again in English for our European audience, and thank you for your service, and thank you for the things you're doing now for our veterans, because it's so important to show it to the society, to involve more and more people in these programs, to help the veterans to build our future, not only Ukrainian future, also European future. And I hope that maybe some people from abroad who watch this YouTube will join us and Alliance of the Human Resource Readiness. Every time when I communicate with our veterans, I see how much you're full of energy, of life, and as you just said, you became much stronger after the war. Yes, this strength, I can feel it, and I'm sure that our audience will also feel it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye-bye.